joy comes from giving. We recognize we are so filled, so blessed, we cannot hold it in. Christian thirsting comes full circle, and we thirst to give as much as we thirst to get. Thirsting for righteousness is about doing, living out our faith, ministering to others, and enabling them to experience the abundant life Jesus has promised to all who come to him. Ultimately, the Christian's thirst for righteousness is to see our world also become thirsty for righteousness. Our satisfaction is not in a full belly, but for a better world. Presence is a daily reminder that you are not alone, and is brought to you by the Anglican Church family of the Crown Cathedral of St. George with St. Barnabas. Be blessed.
At Nature's Discount, the herbal store on 4th Street, we provide herbal supplements for all your needs. Blood sugar, blood pressure, prostate, liver, heart, kidney, and more. Oils, pure herbal teas, wholesome vitamins, healthy foods, alkaline water, bodybuilding supplements, weight loss and sexual health supplements, even hair and body care products. We support the natural health of the whole family. Get healthy naturally. Call us at 662-5447. Like us on Facebook, Nature's Discount Nutrition Center. Your get healthy, feel wealthy people.
This message is for every business owner in St. Kitts and Nevis. Jumpstart your business and set yourself apart from your competitors with an advertising solution for ZIZ Radio, ZIZ Television, or Big Wave. The Advertising Solutions Department at ZIZ prides itself on providing client-focused advertising solutions that make sense for all local businesses. Don't use the excuse that you can't afford to advertise. Call us at 465-2621. We will sit with you, discover your needs, and design a solution that fits your budget. Advertising works, and with ZIZ, it works even better for your business.
Power Up in February at Horsefoot Value Mart IGA. Yes! In February, we are giving you 3 ways to power up. 1. Power up for your Value Club points in February. Yes! For the first time ever, every Value Club customer will earn double point on all Value Club purchases at Value Mart in St. Kitts and Nevis. 2. Power up in our Power Play where lucky customers will win their purchase free. Just listen out for the Power Play alert, and if you are at the Misty Power Register of the day, you win your purchase absolutely free with double points and more. 3. Power up your saving with the Horsefoot Value Mart Red Tag Value Deal. Yes! Power up with the savings with huge discount on select Value Deals items. Power up your points. Power up your saving. Win your purchase free in our Power Play. Power up February at Horsefoot Value Mart IGA. Don't miss it.
Terms and conditions apply. We know being local means supporting our own, and our customers deserve the best. Our customers deserve platinum. So now, all customers of the cable qualify for our new Platinum Loyalty Card. An elite MasterCard experience that lets you support your own like never before. Instantly send money to any Platinum Loyalty member at home or around the world. Shop online or in person anywhere MasterCard is accepted. Save with no interest and 0 annual fees. And the best part? If you're a cable customer, you are already pre-approved. Just visit the cable building in Bastille or sign up online at www.thecable.net. Get your Platinum Loyalty Card today because you deserve platinum. Terms and conditions apply.
Did you know that National Bank offers very favorable terms and low interest rate to switch your home mortgage? Or in-house vehicle department will process your mortgage in a jiffy and free of cost. Switch your home mortgage now and get a peace of mind knowing that we are here for you. National Bank, always here.
All right, 24 minutes moving away from the hour. Good morning to each of you listening and viewing our program. It's Policing with you once again, coming to you compliments National Bank. I'm your moderator for this morning, and your host is Sergeant Richards. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, GQ, and good morning to our listeners out there in Radio Land, both home and abroad, and our viewers as well via Facebook and YouTube and whatever other media platform. It is a pleasure to be here once again for Policing with you. Now, GQ, this morning I want to start our program a little different. I want to deviate from how we usually start. You know, in recent times there have been several videos that have been circulating with police officers engaging in certain activities, and the public has been quite upset about it. I want to assure the public that the matter is being taken with the utmost seriousness, and the High Command of the police force, as a matter of fact, has given the undertaking that these matters will be investigated to the fullest extent, and a result would be forthcoming. As a matter of fact, the ACP Adams would have issued a statement.
The High Command of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force has viewed with deep concern video that show parts of an incident that occurred in Nevis and involved several of our police officers. The High Command would like to inform the general public that an investigation has been launched into the matter. I want to reassure you, however, that your safety and security remains our number one concern. We have in place well-established protocols and procedures for police officers to follow when responding to reports and apprehending or arresting suspects. Our organization remains committed in the fight against criminality and strongly believe in respecting human rights and the dignity of others. Thank you.
Thank you very much, GQ. Now, I don't think I need to say more because the ACP would have iterated the seriousness with which the High Command would have taken these incidents. Now, I know there are persons who would have wanted or who would have expected the High Command to say more about these incidents. However, they have to understand that when a matter becomes a legal issue and it is under investigation currently, there is very little that can be said in the public domain with regards to that matter. So I just want to assure the public that all the incidences that would have been viewed, the videos that would have gone viral and the like, are taken with the utmost seriousness. The public confidence is of paramount importance, so is the reputation to the public. And the High Command of the Police Force, and by extension the Ministry of National Security, has taken steps in order to ensure that these issues are addressed. So I just want to assure the public of that. Now with me in the studio I have Superintendent David, the Divisional Commander for the Nevis Division. I'll allow the Superintendent to introduce himself.
Well, good morning to everyone, Radio Land and various media outlets and social media platforms out there. I am Superintendent Lyndon David, the Divisional Officer for Division C, or the island of Nevis. It has been a very interesting period thus far for us as the police force. You know, we are dealing with the issues of COVID-19, and then we have the issues of crime, and therefore we also have the issue of dealing with various social activities that can eventually lead to crime. And there are some matters that really would bring the police and the community into a little falling off, I should say, or peeling off. But we are always in the process of rebuilding that relationship to ensure that the public know that we're here to serve you. And also, if you see us do something wrong, just keep us in check. That's what we need. So once you keep us in check, we will improve. And also to let the public know that we are strictly adhering to our Constitution, the Police Act, our regulations, our force standing orders, and all the necessary pieces of legislation out there that help to guide us in our tour of duty. So in terms of the division, I would say that we are very thankful that God is blessing us continually to come up with various strategies and practices in order to ensure that we work well with the community, not just in the Nevis Division, but also in the police force as a whole. And we can see the results of our various activities. Also, too, is that we've put certain things in place that we can achieve the mandate of the Commissioner of Police, and who also would have put things in place so that as a police force as a whole, we are certainly achieving our goal. We also have in place where we are working with the community. We have done a number of things thus far, and I will just list some of the things that we have done. What we are doing, we are currently pushing our school liaison program. We have officers go to the schools and interact with the students and the teachers alike. And from time to time, there will be a concern, and the police will get involved and speak with both students, and if parents are involved, we have to get them involved as well. In terms of the community, apart from walking through and interacting with members of the community, we are also looking at where, tell us what is a concern to you. They say, well, okay, sir, we need lights here. Last year, we embarked on a lighting program with the Nevis Island Administration, and we have caused a number of lights to be in many places very dark, and we're concerned not just to us as the police, but to the members of the community. We will continue that program. We will continue the program because we realize that the members of the community are very appreciative. A number of persons feel safer to walk. They feel better to know that just in case something happens, somebody can be readily identified, so they feel more reassured. We are also speaking to and speaking with the members of the community regarding safety. So we give safety tips, whether it's on the radio or we go to businesses and we speak to them from time to time. I myself, sometimes when I visit a place, I will say, oh, things are going, and the response is positive. Sometimes you say, well, I'm glad that we see you here, and that is very well. And so that is just by way of introduction. And as we go on, I will bring more because I would like to speak to crimes, some crimes that are concerned to us, and traffic in terms of accidents. So we like persons to be more careful when they're on the road. Don't be selfish and just for self. Look at the other road users. So by way of introduction, I will say that, and then as we go along, there'll be more that will be revealed.
So it is clear, Superintendent, that you have a robust community policing program in Nevis and the island of Nevis.
Yes. As a matter of fact, currently I have Inspector Carty and his team who go in various communities and interact with the members of the community. One of the things that we are doing, which is one of the pillars of community policing, is a fact-finding mission. What are your issues? Are we policing you well? How can we improve policing you? And how we can improve on the necessary circumstances that create fear? And it is said that the fear of crime can be more harmful than the crime itself. Because, for example, if you walk out, well, if I go outside here, I'm going to get that and you'll never leave your home. So we're trying to smooth that out to ensure persons know that we have a good and safe community in which we can live, work, play, do anything. Yes.
So you've spoken of the school initiative, community policing initiative in regard to the schools. What about the businesses? What have you been doing in relation to the businesses to reach out to them to extend more or less extend the reach of your community policing initiatives?
Yes, well, we are going visiting and we will give some safety tips. Apart from safety tips, there are some communities, there are some businesses that we work with. We have a good relationship. So sometimes we provide a little escort whenever they're doing their financial transactions in terms of, not really want to say too much, but in terms of ensuring that things are safe where that is concerned. And the response is good. Sometimes a police officer and patrol will just pop in. And that's the thing, pop in. We don't want to have a regular program where they know we will come at this time. We pop in, and whether we interact with management or not, just to give them reassurance, because not only management want to feel safe, but shoppers, our patrons. The police come in and interact, that's very good. So we're doing that as well, and also we're giving, apart from crime safety tips, once we realize that a company has vehicles and their drivers are not being that courteous and support on the road, we like to insert that as well so they can make the necessary changes.
All right, thank you, Superintendent. So how has the initiative been going? You said there's a community outreach program. Sorry. How has that been going, and how many of the communities have you been able to reach on the island of Nevis?
Well, the community outreach is going well, and I will say that each station, so we have Newcastle, Gingerland, Cotton Ground, they will do their part as well. So with Inspector Carty and his team, they are small in relation to the various stations. So we will have foot patrols, mobile patrols, and I could recall that last year, when we had the sports before the COVID and so forth, that lasted the year before. We had police officers participated in a race. Yes. And the police did well in the race. So these are some of the things we do that to let the public know that yes, we are there and we are human as well, and we are looking forward for your interest, your best interest, as we all have that role to play in safeguarding our federation.
You also spoke of crime prevention tips that you've been sharing. How has that been going? How receptive has that been? How receptive have persons in the communities and the business places been to you offering tips on crime prevention?
Well, it's receptive. It's been receiving very well. I could recall one time I went to a business place and I haven't spoken with a manager, and I gave him some tips, and he said, this is very instrumental, Superintendent. One of the things I mentioned, he said, I never think of that. And so, like I said, apart from when you're going out on duty, we also use the occasion when we go to shop as well, you're just moving around. And I will say to this, that the island administration has, for some time now, a program where if you want electronic security devices, you can bring them in duty free. So I will use this opportunity again, so this is also part of our initiative for crime prevention tips. So therefore, we're saying, consult with the NIA, see how the process is going, and then bring in your CCTV, bring in whatever devices that can help boost security around your premises, even on your vehicle. We are saying to you. Some persons, they may want to, so I will be able to see my house anytime and anywhere. Get that technology so you can have it on your phone, so you can be triggered to let you know what is going on. And therefore, one of the most important things, we are always encouraging people, have a good relationship with your neighbors. Have a good relationship. And I am saying to you, the neighbors right now, in spite of a previous argument, when you are out and your neighbor is in, you would like them to oversee your home. If somebody suspicious comes along, they can report it to you in sufficient time or call the police and assist you. So that is also one of our major tips. Be a good citizen to your fellow citizen. You know they're saying, be your brother's keeper. That's all they say. Be neighborly.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Superintendent. So what can you tell us, Sue, about the offences that would have been taking place over the past year? Well, for 2020, so to speak. I know you spoke of statistics in your introduction. Yes. So if you can give us a synopsis of the offences, the types of offences, and if you have the figures, that would be well received as well.
Well, I looked at the first 6 weeks from 2019 to present. So we look at, in 2019 we had 19 crimes reported around that 6 months. In 2020 we had 14. But this year we see a jump to 26. And let me explain the 3 top offenses that are concerned to us. They are malicious damage. People will damage people's stuff. Sometimes they try to break into the house, they didn't get through, but they cause damage. And then we have larceny. I want to encourage people, try to make yourself employable and do not try to make a living off the expense of person's hard work. So we had 9 malicious damage, 9 larceny reports, and we had wounded. Sometimes persons get into an argument and they just hit you with something, cut you, or they will use a machete, a knife. And we're saying to persons, we need to control ourselves much better. And if you have difficulty getting a job, there are many persons out there who would give you a job. Do not mind it's small now. We have had stories where persons start in the mail room as a cleaner and then became the top executive. So we're saying to persons, try to improve yourselves and ensure that you have a job that wouldn't cause you to live in a life of crime. Because when you go out and try to satisfy your livelihood, there is always the victims, and it is very costly to those persons. Some might be paying a loan, and if there's no insurance to cover that, we put them further into challenges. So let us try to ensure that we have a good relationship with our fellow human beings.
With your permission, gentlemen, can we take a break? All right, we will take a break, get a word from our sponsor, National Bank, always here, and when we return, indeed, and when we return, we will open the lines, 465-2555, that's 2555, and for those of you overseas, 718-577-2916. Don't touch that dial, we'll be back right after this.
Did you know that National Bank offers very favorable terms and low interest rate to switch your home mortgage? Or in-house vehicle department will process your mortgage in a jiffy and free of cost. Switch your home mortgage now and get a peace of mind knowing that we are here for you. National Bank, always here.
There's nothing good about jail. I don't want to be here.
My father told me that as far as he was concerned, I could stay in the home forever.
Our children deserve a chance for change. Children make mistakes, and child justice reform can help everyone to address these mistakes appropriately. Instead of sending a child to adult prison, let us give them alternative sentencing. We must divert our children from the court system through a holistic and systematic approach to addressing their offense and their road to rehabilitation. Rehabilitation helps child offenders to grow, change, learn from mistakes, accept responsibility, and make better choices. Reintegration of child offenders into the community after rehabilitation benefits the child, the family, and the community with a more productive citizen. Join the movement to give our children a chance for change. This message is brought to you by the USAID OECS Juvenile Justice Reform Project 2, funded by the United States Agency for International Development. For more information, log on to oecs.org/JJRP.
Development with policies and plans. Let's change our ways, protect our lands. Get involved every child, woman and man. Island resilience has got the plan. This is my land, my island, our home. It's time to come together to keep her forever resilient and strong.
Island Resilience, promoting a climate of change. The Climate Change Adaptation and Sustainable Land Management Initiative of the OECS Commission, funded by the European Union.
Welcome back to our program. Before we take your call, though, I would be guided by Sergeant Richards in terms of the conversation that we've started this morning. Yes. But we will open the lines in just a bit, all right? 465-2555, those are the numbers. Sorry, that's one number. The next number is 718-577-2916. Gentlemen, welcome back to our conversation.
Yes, thank you very much, GQ. And again, morning to those who just tuning in Radio Land and via Facebook and YouTube. Now, Superintendent, you spoke of some offences before. Could you tell us what is being done to, how can persons assist in reducing the occurrence of these offences, malicious damage and the last things that you spoke of? What can persons do to assist the police in reducing these types of offences?
So we're saying to persons you need to harden your target. How do you do that? Make it almost impossible for someone can just come and steal your stuff. If you have a car, you're going to Charlestown, don't leave things exposed on the seat and leave the door unlocked. Leave it in an isolated area, and then when you come back, the glass is smashed, and then it's gone. Don't go to work or go to school as a teacher, or even as a student. Leave money in your phone unattended. I mean, these are things, and sometimes it's very difficult to get them back. Mm-hmm. Depending on what the person wanted for, you may not find it. Even if you have a tracking device, and then they will just get what they want and then they discard the rest. In terms of vehicles and so forth, one of the things you can do is put cameras on the vehicle so you can see who damaged your vehicle. With your home, as I mentioned earlier, put cameras around your home and you have your neighbors there. And that sometimes too you may have instances where a neighbor will just damage the neighbor property, throw a stone and damage the glass. And then if we want to live like there was a family feud. You do me something today, so tomorrow I do you something. It's what will happen. You're spending money unnecessarily and then somebody get hurt or you kill and your family said it grows, it dies out. So we're saying to persons, avoid that and ensure we have these things in place. In terms of the wounded, non-violent way of diffusing a situation. You know, some people say, we not take the last lick. Sometimes we're going to take the last lick. And if we are believers of God, He said, turn the other cheek. You know what I mean? You just turn the cheek. And sometimes a soft-spoken word turn around. I said, Father, why did you hit me? I didn't do that. Okay, don't let it happen again. I'm not going to report to the police. and it's cool. If he goes to the police, just warn him for me. Because maybe in continued interaction might flare up, so best the police do that. So we're saying to persons, always do these things, and if there any other thing that you see you can do, which will bring about the same result that you're looking for, do it. But don't lead to committing crime.
All right. Can I ask you gentlemen to put on your headphones as we get ready to take some calls? I think this one's not plugged into the video. There we go. All right, the lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you who have queries, concerns, or suggestions for the officers, you can do so now. 465-2555 and 718-577-2916. Let's take our first call for this morning. You are live.
Yeah, GQ, good morning.
Good morning, Jamdong.
Yeah, GQ is a serious problem. You understand? I don't bash police when I see these things. GQ, the traffic is overwhelmed now with vehicles. Every month, 2 or 3 cars coming down here. And the lines that police must not change in the private car headlamp. And you watch police driving with white indicators. Man, that's how much people kill people. You understand what I'm saying? You see, they saying, come and comply with the law. Monkey, and do it too. Now, come on. What my big problem in this because we want to know is when we culture families come to this country with burning issues, these organizations don't listen. Look at the woman down there by the social security. I think this is fair. You can't go in the country, member state to do that. A social security building is a serious place. I want them to go by the government headquarters soon. I'm waiting for it. Keep calling me back. Come in culture.
All right, gentlemen, any response to our first call?
Well, firstly, I want to thank Jamdong for his contribution as usual. He's a regular caller to the program, which means he's a regular listener. And I want to thank him for his contribution. I also want to thank him for initiating my next question, which was about traffic. So what about the traffic accidents on Nevis, or incidents on the island of Nevis, Superintendent? What can you tell us about the number of accidents and the type of accidents happening in your district?
Well, traffic is really a concern to us, and we realize that we have so many traffic accidents. And I would say for a district of Nevis, for 2018 we had 313. For 2019 we had 336. And for 2020 we had the same figure, 336. To me that's a lot.
Same figure.
Same figure. And what we have discovered, two main causes of traffic accident is drivers heedless to traffic signs. Basically, they're exiting the stops without having due care and attention for other road users. So a person will see you coming down. Just as you almost reach the junction, they will pull out in front of you. So they either hit you on your front, the center, or the rear, or you hit them on the front, center, or the rear. And we are saying to persons, from a minor road to a major road, you must give the major road user all access to the road. Your duty is to come out when it is safe for you to do so. The second one is where drivers are not practicing safe braking distances. So they want to tailgate you. And it does not have to be you're traveling at a high rate of speed, you know. But because they're tailgating you, and maybe it could be visual impaired or the reflexes are poor, when someone has to stop suddenly for something ahead, you collided into the rear. So not enough braking distance. So we are saying to you, it is not good practice. If you're in a convoy, like they're going to a funeral, you should have the required distance as well. Don't try to play, sometimes you watch these movies, such, you see this car moving, and to me they're moving even more than 100 miles per hour. same things at the same time. Those are Hollywood. They don't know how they get it done. So do not practice Hollywood in real life. That's what we're saying to persons. Respect the rules of the road, and I do believe that once these are practiced, we will see a drastic reduction. However, we are putting things in place where we're going to be monitoring persons on the road. We're going to out there on the road with our speed meters to test your speed, and we're going to summons you. And we're saying that once we stop you for that, the vehicle is not roadworthy, it will be impounded, and other charges will be brought.
All right, let's take another call. Good morning to you live. Good morning, you're live.
Hello?
Hi, good morning.
Hey, morning.
Yes, good morning.
I'm just calling to lend the support to the police, right? Especially the incident they needed. I'm saying to the public that it's not fair to judge an hour-long encounter, a 5-minute encounter, a 40-minute encounter based on 30 seconds of footage. I mean, I know the police ain't crazy, so I don't know if the police just went behind that place to just deal with him, the fella just like that. There had to be something which caused interaction. So there's a before and after. But my question to the superintendent is regarding his licenses. I mean, from my experience, I remember when I was younger coming up, you had to be 21 or 25 or something to get a Class C license. But of late, I don't know if it's because these fellows look young or whatever, but I think I'm seeing people 18 and so with these kind of licenses, and they're driving these equipment like race cars. No respect on the road for them, and no respect for the equipment themselves. Could you tell me if it is still that way? You have to be a certain age to get these type of licenses. Thank you.
All right, thank you for your call. Go ahead.
Thank you, caller. I like to say that a person can get a driver's license at a very young age, but to drive a vehicle at 16 because you can learn to ride a motorcycle.
So you get a permit?
Yes, you get a permit. However, to drive on the road, you have to be 18 years old. Insurance companies determine the age they will allow persons to drive certain vehicles. For example, if you want to drive a passenger bus, somebody say you have to be 27 years old or over 25. The same thing with the trucks. And it has to do with the load capacity and how to handle the weight and experience on the road. So I want to thank the caller for that because it's something that we will have to look into. However, if the caller can meet me offline, come to my office and we can speak more so that we can really identify things. That'd be very well.
But I'll be honest though, I know the caller, and that caller is from South Florida.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
But he's a Kitchen and he's listening to the program.
I guess that maybe he can shoot me an email so that we can get him on. But that is something we are also looking into because I do get complaints on that, and starting by next week. We will be looking heavily at that. Okay. I said next week because in the week almost. Right. With reference to something that the previous caller made, it has to do with, it seems like you were mentioning vending. Well, I know that...
at the Social Security?
Yes, it seems like you were mentioning vending. But something is afoot with that. So soon and very soon we may see something. But I wouldn't want to speak ahead of time. So I would just say something is working out.
Right.
And the caller who just called, I just want to thank him for the support for the Royal St. Kitts and Nevis Police Force. And I show that based on how we speak, it's not just police in St. Kitts and Nevis, but throughout the world. And due to the fact that an investigation is ongoing, I wouldn't say much on that, but indeed, you have to look at it from its entirety, from start to finish. And once the investigation reveals certain things, the necessary courses of action will be taken at those facts. So I want to thank the caller for the support and highlight certain things that the members of the public would just give the police time to complete the investigation and then report back to the public as to the results.
All right, let's take another call. All right, let's try this one. Good morning, you're live.
Good morning, GQ.
Hey, morning, Mr. Politics.
Good morning to Mr. Williams and to Mr. David there.
Thank you. Good morning.
Inspector the Royal St. Kitts Police Force.
Good morning.
I want to commend you all. You are making a great effort in the Federation of St. Kitts Nevis to control the crime that's going on in the country. But any part of the world you go, you must find crime. And we got it here, we got it good. Now, Mr. With the traffic, I want to talk about the traffic.
Yes.
I do not think that traffic, the more hour they can do now with the traffic. I believe that the country overpopulated with vehicles all over. And I think that to slow down this, I believe the car go stop come 4 times. Because let me tell you something, if you all put all the police out in the traffic to control this traffic, what police can be there to control the community and other places? You understand?
Yes, sir.
And work in the station and do whatever work they gonna do. Because I believe that, I tell you plain, the traffic overpopulated in this country. More people going license, more people coming in, and the police, them gun traffic police, and them got a hard time. Especially in the countryside. In some maybe you could just deal in the control, but in the countryside, I don't think you have to do too much unless you have to put up maybe cameras and all these things to see when people do stupidness, that the camera could pick them up and you take them to the court and they pay some big fine. And the next thing again, when a police get into an incident, police is a human being just like me, you, and anybody else. You understand? It seems to me like people get up and the police, they want to bring them to police force. And that ain't fear. Some things I was a young boy coming up. I always say police. I always say police. They come and say police for the afternoon. Some minutes inspector handling all those guys. You got the police that is name Hanley. Hanley. I forgot the name. You understand? I used to Mr. Maynard. I used to put these guys and these guys coming in with this and go oil and duck. You understand? So I always tell them to respect the police. And police is our country. And I believe if a police gets an accident, I believe we the public should be able to do better than just try to bring down the whole police force. That is not good for the country. Anyway, wonderful program as well. God bless you.
All right. Thank you for your support as well. But I can be stand corrected. Superintendent David is here to give us an update in terms of what's happening from the Nevis end, because you're in that's your district. So just putting that out there so at least people have a understanding in terms of if they're going to be asking a question, it will be based on the Nevis end. Not that you can't speak for the Sinkers end as well, but that's not in your jurisdiction. With your permission, Sergeant Richards, can we take another break? Right? We started late this morning, so we're going to make sure that you guys get your time in this morning. So for those of you...
We also have to thank our good friends down there
at National Bank. Indeed. So we're going to come back. We're going to take some more of your concerns and your questions, so don't touch that dial. And of course, like Sergeant Richards said, the program is sponsored by National Bank. Always here.
Did you know that National Bank offers very favorable terms and low interest rate to switch your home mortgage? Or in-house legal department will process your mortgage in a jiffy and free of cost. Switch your home mortgage now and get a peace of mind knowing that we are here for you. National Bank, always here.
There's nothing.
This Valentine's Day, say I love you with a touch of sparkle from Pandora Jewelry. Celebrate the small things that make your love story special with our thoughtful Valentine's Day gift sets, starting at only $79. Show her your heart with a little act of love. Shop Pandora Jewelry today. Gift sets available while supplies last. See store for details.
Available at IC Jewelers Fort Zante. Visit us or call 466-585-3 for more details.
Ease the squeeze with Digicel. Win $1,000 in groceries monthly. Get your chance when you activate N Digicel Prime Bundle. Pay your bill in full. Sign up for a new postpaid or home entertainment package, or simply just join the Digicel family. It's that simple. Be one of 4 lucky winners selected every month from January to March to participate in our Ease the Squeeze shopping sweepstakes. Digicel gives you more, so you can ease the squeeze. Digicel, better together.
Girl, you got some animals down here killing me. They wouldn't have people.
All right, welcome back to our program. Sergeant Richards, over to you.
Yes, thank you again, GQ. Now, Superintendent David, not the last caller, but the caller previous spoke particularly to drivers of heavy equipment. Now, I have a question, Superintendent. Are the drivers of these heavy equipment exempt from the traffic laws? Because you find what you see happening is that there are a number of these drivers who drive these oversized equipment, GQ, if you will, who seemingly don't adhere to the traffic laws. I don't know for what reason, so I want you to apprise the public as to whether or not the drivers of the heavy equipment are exempt from the regular traffic laws.
Well, with one word, no. But I will then go in a little bit more detail. There are some persons, I do think, and I heard some said, because they're up there and they're in these big vehicles, if I get into an accident, that's going to happen to me. So I like to tell people currently, there are some of us who are antisocial and we do not adhere to the laws. And just like how we walk on the road, it's the same behavior we have driving vehicles, whether it's a car, motorcycle, and worse, the big trucks. So therefore, you in a small truck, a small car, get out of my way, I'm coming. So no. One of the things we compensate for, there are some small roundabouts. So if you have a tractor trailer with a long trailer, you know, to go around will actually cause certain damage. So you may have to cut short. And we realize that a number of motorists, they recognize what is taking place and they heed to these big trucks. Just breaking the law just for that purpose. And we as the police, we also have to use our discretion as well. So when we see that, we will not lash you. But if you can go around safely, well, then we have to inform you, and if it's repeated, we'll have to summon you. So we're saying to persons, remember the law.
So where you can, you do, and where you can't.
Yes.
Use the discretion.
Yes. Because indeed, for example, we now see roundabouts at by the airport. Frequently they are big, so they can go around safely. You cannot cut through that. But if you go to a smaller roundabout, well, then you have to ensure that you're there safely. And in Nevis, right there by Lampan Road, Pump Road, and the main road, there are some trucks that really have to cut a shortcut to go through. So I mentioned that because I'm speaking to Nevis. So that has to happen. And I remember I was observing and I watched a truck. I said, it cut through. And I was speaking to a lady, and I watched another one. And he went around and I said, okay, I have to speak about that. So truck drivers, if you are not a tractor trailer, you're not driving a tractor trailer, you're driving these long truck with the dump at the back. Once it can go around the roundabout, we will not be easy on you because you're creating a hazard on the road. The tractor trailers, we understand that. But you, with a single truck, nothing attached to it, as long as a trailer, you will be prosecuted.
All right.
And those again who are driving these trucks, I tell someone these trucks like race cars. You're driving a truck like that on a road like a race car, you will be prosecuted. The trucks have a speed limit to travel between villages and towns, and you have to adhere to the speed. There's no hurry, but just get there safely with your load.
Sergeant?
Yes, Superintendent.
Sorry, let me interrupt you. We have a call.
Yes, please. We'll take the call.
Good morning, you're live.
Hey, morning, Nico.
Good morning.
Yes, Morgan. I'm sorry to call, but I'm not from Florida. I'm from English. My friend George might know who it is. David know me too. David know me. But I just listening to David saying that if the truck could go around the roundabout, you will be prosecuted and all kind of things, right? Now, I want to know from him, how would you determine that the truck could go around the roundabout? Who determined that you go around? If the driver says, listen to me, this truck cannot go around this roundabout, I think you should be given the benefit of the doubt, because I know I had that happen to me at one time. A police officer stopped and stopwatched what they were doing and insisted that I go around the roundabout. And I know my truck couldn't make it around the roundabout, especially fully loaded. So I just ignored. Alright, thanks.
Okay. All right. What I will say to you in terms of once the officer gives you instruction, do not ignore it, because there's a law for the instruction. However, I do not know the side of the truck, but like I said, I was right there by a place close to the roundabout, and I saw a truck cut through because the person I was speaking. I said, look at that, that's what I'm talking about, I do not know. Then a truck the same size came and went around. Now, caller, once you have the appropriate speed, it means you can go around safely, But if you come down with a lot of speed, obviously the truck is going to tilt over with the load. So you have to have the appropriate speed turning corners in these trucks. So I am not saying that if your truck cannot go around, the officer will force you. But what the officer will do is to be guided and going forward. A truck of that size, when it break the law temporarily for that purpose, we will acknowledge it because you have no other way to go through your journey other than doing that sort of activity.
All right, let's take another call. Good morning, you're live.
Yes, you do.
Yes,
ma'am. I want to encourage them speak to the question member of the force abusing the law. It's headlong. Where the indicator light is white. They need to speak to these things that go around these things, deal with these things, deal with the public out there balling and the nice people them in town. The 10 years was coming from practice out and center. This is tickets, churches. I'm very disappointed in the Christian Council and the Evangelical Association, in what's going on in the country, People think the silence, but me and Christian will stop talking, You do have a good day.
Have a good day, man. Before you respond, okay, go ahead. I thought we had it. Oh, yes, we do. Good morning, you're live.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning, man.
Yes, Superintendent, I must say I'm very impressed with your delivery so far.
Thank you very much, sir.
In relation to the video that was circulated in relation to what happened,
yes, sir.
I'm glad the way how this is being dealt with, because what I find is that these things happen and persons tend to just show half of the incident. So the thing about it is to have a thorough investigation and then let the facts come out. In relation, one thing that touched me this morning, Superintendent, is what you said about, especially neighbor, living, looking out for your neighbor. Because that goes a long, long way. And one of the things person needs to take into consideration, wherever you are living, one of the things I always promote is to get that place lit. If you take, you have to do it personally, because that is a deterrent. Criminals do not like life. Because some persons, they tend to feel comfortable, I don't know for whatever reason, with a lot of high grass, but that in itself, that attracts criminals. So if you can even come up together, maybe as a neighbor, try other persons, wherever you can, and get that place well lit, that is a total deterrent. I can attest to that, because we are living presently now. I have done that, and you wouldn't believe how the place was before I got to where I'm living.
Indeed.
So sometimes you just have to just take the initiative. At the end of the day, it will pay off. In relation to the criminals, that's the thing. We have to realize we are in a different era. In relation to COVID-19, a lot of persons, that are not promoting that person should, but person going to look, things are placed to break, whatever the reason. So the general public, ourselves, we have to take the initiative, we have to do things, and the government a lot of the time promote helping us with the initiative, and we have to take them on board. Because we can't just sit down and think that, a criminal is not going to target us. So we just have to come up with things, ways and means. And as you rightly said, you can't expect to just leave your car with your top of the line iPhone just exposed and expect the police to do wonders afterwards. You have to do whatever you can do to safeguard yourself. So I just want persons to realize we are living in a modern world. Persons the criminal are thinking out of the box. We as citizens, we have to do whatever it takes to safeguard ourselves. But as usual, it's a great program, and I hope a lot of persons are listening to the tips that the police are giving on a regular basis. And gentlemen, just continue to be the best you can be, and as the senior police officers especially, because the junior officers always look up to the senior persons. So you have to set a standard, you have to do things a certain way, so the junior officers will want to eliminate you and want to be like you one of these days, because they will take over eventually. Great show as usual. Have a good day, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, and we're going to take our final call for this morning as we get ready to wrap up. Well, that should have been our final call. So, Sergeant Richards, over to you as we get ready to wrap up.
Yes, so again, I want to thank the caller and all the other callers for their contribution as usual. Superintendent David, before we get into wrapping up, I realize we spent some time on the roundabouts.
Yes, sir.
And I want to ask a question. I don't know if you're having the same issue in Nevis, but we see where persons using the roundabout, some persons are using the roundabout improperly, or some persons may not be properly au fait with the correct manner in which to use the roundabout. I don't know what the situation is in Nevis, so can you speak to that? And if you can offer some tips as to the correct manner in which one should use the roundabout.
Yes. Yes, we also see some issues as well and misunderstandings. We want to tell persons you always have to heed with the traffic from your right. If you are going around, once the roundabout is wide enough that it can accommodate 2 vehicles, if you're coming from Pump Road and you want to go back up to Gingerland, you should not be on the outside. You should be on the inside, and when you reach to exit to go to Gingerland, because there are 2 more exits. So you want to make sure that you're safe in the roundabout and then indicate to go up. You only stay on the far left when you're going to exit.
Forgive me, right? And I've heard this from Donnelly, Officer Donnelly. I've heard this from Sergeant Brown. I've heard this from many others. The inside and the outside. I think that confuses a lot of people. The left lane and the right lane, I think it's more appropriate.
Yes. Okay, right. Left lane and right lane.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why it's also confusing, some of the roundabouts may not have markings. And with the absence of markings, a person will say, okay, I'm going to hold in the middle of the road. Right? And I also see, sometime this week as well, I was behind a vehicle. And the vehicle came up from Ram's direction. And there was a vehicle coming down from Gingerland direction. A vehicle came from Pump Road. One come from Long Point Road. And the vehicles stayed there a while, and the vehicles were a bit distant from the roundabout.
So you could have entered.
You could have entered and gone. But I said, okay, all right then. You play it safe. But just to say that persons, the vehicle on your left, they're supposed to wait for you because you're on their right. And the vehicle on your right, you have to wait for them to pass.
Right.
So we the education, I guess, I will have to continue to drive the media in Nevis, myself and traffic personnel, so that we can get that education process out to avoid the confusion and the thing. Because nowadays, in America, the road rage, I do not want it here, so we will have to educate.
Yes, indeed.
Well, thank you very much, Superintendent David. Any closing remarks from you, Superintendent?
Yes, sir. I would like to say to the members of the public, local, regional, and international, the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force is charged with the responsibility of preventing crime, detecting crime, and assisting the prosecution of persons who break the law. And apart from that, too, is to have a good relationship with the public in which we police, and who should tell us when we have faults so we can improve on that, and how also to police them better. I want to say also to the persons in Nevis, in spite of what you may have seen or heard about us as police, we are your friends and we are your greatest defenders when it comes to crime and safety and security in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. So we're saying to you, report crime, adhere to the tips that we give you, and remember, when you give information regarding crime, it just might be for your very own safety as opposed to persons who are around you. So continue to support the Royal St. Kitts and Nevis Police Force, and do have a good day, everyone. Thank you very much.
Indeed. Sergeant Richards.
Thank you, GQ. Superintendent David, I want to thank you for taking time out from running the Nevis Division to come in here, for you to come here and have a conversation with us and outline some of the good things that are happening in Nevis. You know, like with everything, you know, there's yin and yang, GQ. When there's bad, there's also good. And we can't concentrate on the bad many times. We have to outline the good. So I want to thank you again. GQ, the reality is, as police officers, whether we like it or not, whether we want to admit it or not, we're held to a higher standard.
Yes.
So every action,
indeed,
every one of our actions, will come under scrutiny, be it good, bad, or in between. And we have to be held accountable to the public we serve. And there's a reason why police forces over the last decade have been changing the names from police force to police service. Because the stark reality is we serve the public. We are servants of the public. And as such, our actions have to be transparent, and we have to be held accountable for them. So again, I want to thank you, Superintendent David. I want to thank the listening public as usual for being so attentive. Thank the callers for calling. And I really want to...
Go ahead.
Sorry, I really want to thank everyone again for listening. The police is here to protect themselves. We've taken an oath to do that, and that is what we will do. When we fall short, we expect to be held accountable for our actions. And I can assure the public that is what is happening, and that is what will continue happening. Again, GQ, this has been another edition of Policing with You. I want to thank you, thank the good people at National Bank for facilitating, and do tune in again next week for another edition.
Girl, got some animals down here killing me. They would not keep out my yard. Can't even get food from my own garden. I'm trying to save to buy some fencing, but they're very expensive, and the cheaper ones won't keep the donkeys out.
You haven't heard that we have our own fence manufacturers right here in the Federation, and their prices are better than any place.